Last year, I was drowning under work. In addition to working a full-time job and doing all of the things that humans need to do, I decided to also take on furthering my studies. And I was faced with that question. What do you do when you have way too much to do? Hi, I'm Delano Ramdas, and I'm a full-time software engineer in Cape Town and part-time honors student at the University of South Africa. In this video, I want to share 3 things that have helped me to sift through the noise and get things done. Number 1, gain coverage. The first step towards sorting through that massive list of things to do is to have a to-do list in the first place. The goal here is to create a space to mentally dump everything that you need to do. And I mean everything. So I was first introduced to this idea when I read David Allen's Getting Things Done. The idea is that human brains are really good at a number of things. Creativity, complex reasoning, executing trick shots on Call of Duty, but it's not so good at memorization and rote recall. By creating a space to store everything that you need to do, you're effectively outsourcing your secretarial work to a trusted productivity system. When you no longer need to mentally hold that stuff that you need to do, the obligations, your commitments, those deadlines, then you free up the mental RAM to actually focus on the things that you need to do, the work itself. Now, it doesn't really matter whether this is done virtually via a calendaring or to-do app or done via pen and paper physically on some notebook somewhere. The point is that you have that system and you use whatever works for you. However, there's a variety of apps out there that offer additional features like helping you schedule things and reminding you for stuff in case you forget. Crucially, you need this space to be the one source of truth. You don't want to be wasting time sifting through a variety of apps to find that one reminder that you've forgotten. Contrary to popular belief, for this, you need to put all your eggs in one basket. Finally, each item in that productivity system needs to be a descriptive action that tells you exactly what the next actionable step is. The task shouldn't be guitar riff, it should be practice for 15 minutes the third riff of Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 2, prioritize. Not everything is equally as important. Especially for academic pursuits, it's really easy to get caught up in the frenzy of trying to spend as much time as possible on everything. But not working on that portfolio that will cost you 30% of your grade towards a core module is going to hurt you far more than not studying towards that mid-semester test that counts 2% of your final mark in some elective. These cost-benefit weigh-ups apply to everything in life, really. If you haven't been to gym in 2 weeks, but are stuck with some non-critical bug in your code, then you should probably go to gym. The bug can wait. So how do you determine the priority level of your tasks? Here's 2 techniques. 1, use a personally subjective internal grading system, 1, 2, 3, or low, medium, high priority, whatever it means to you, and assign those to each of your tasks. Number 2, use the Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix groups tasks by its urgency and importance and helps you to determine its priority based on what you should do with it depending on the bracket that it falls into. Number 3, execute intelligently. Having this meticulously crafted productivity system is one thing, but being able to use it effectively is something else altogether. 1, put first things first. If you've already prioritized your tasks in the previous step, then the most important thing for you to do right now should already jump out at you. Number 2, use time boxes. Set yourself X amount of time to complete some task, say no more than 30 minutes. And if you haven't completed that task in that time period, then go take a break, come back, and reevaluate whether the priority of that task has shifted. Do you actually need to keep working on it? If you do, then keep working on it. If you don't, then reschedule the rest of the work. Acknowledge the amount of progress that you make. Sometimes you don't need to keep hammering on. Crucially, take those breaks. Breaks help you to refresh your mind and reset your focus. Number 3, consider your energy. All too often, we think about how much of time we have or need to complete a task, but we don't consider the same for how much of energy we have or need. Check in with yourself. Do you have enough energy right now to complete this task to the best of your ability? Our bodies are designed evolutionarily to achieve peak performance via rest-work cycles. At the end of the day, bleary-eyed and exhausted is really not the time to start your next set of work. You'll end up taking far longer to complete it with much less quality than if you just took a good night's sleep and started it fresh the following morning. So that's all that I have for this video. I hope you found some of this insightful. If you have, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Thanks for watching.